Okay. Yeah. I'm still feeling kind of cruddy just in general. So I'm not exactly sure how much I'm gonna want to do here, but I'm gonna play a little bit of something. I know I have it in as Endless Legend, and that's because I plan on playing Endless Legend for the most part. But I'm gonna start with a little bit of getting over it, because the last time I played, I got a little farther than I ever had before, and I thought I'd try to see if I could get to that point and beyond. Actually on stream. Tina, let me know how the volume mix is. The desktop sound was set pretty high in this for some reason. I imported the settings from OBS, and I don't think they were set that high over there, but maybe I turned them up. Maybe I had to turn it up for for the last thing I did, I don't recall. So, obviously this is, for anyone who's played this game, this is very close to the beginning. Because it's always very easy to fall back a long ways, and that's what I did. So I'm gonna try to get to the point, to the farthest point I've been. But, I don't know, despite feeling kind of cruddy, I've had this weird impulse to play some really hard games. I was playing Necrosphere earlier. That game is pretty vicious. And this game is vicious in a whole different kind of way. Okay, yeah, I'm glad it sounds good. Obviously, so far there hasn't been any music, or none of the voiceover has kicked in for anything. So, you'll have to let me know if the music is okay once we have some. God damn it.
What?
So, yeah, so I watched somebody, I watched a video of a person speedrunning this, and it was fucking amazing, kind of. Like, I'll never be a speedrunner of anything, but I'll definitely never be a speedrunner of something like this. Like, just the precision you would have to have, just the amount of practice you'd have to put in is just insane. Unless, I don't know, you're some kind of like savant with weird games like this. See, I'm having trouble even remembering how I first got up here. Nope, not like that, I didn't. This is a really annoying spot. Let's see, I think I can do it this way. Nope, not like that. I think I have done it that way, though. Let's give that another shot. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Not the ideal method, but it'll do the trick. No, I don't want to be over there. It always takes some getting used to when I haven't played this game for a while, because last time I really did some fiddling with the sensitivity. At first I was like, oh, I think I need to turn the sensitivity down because I'm always knocking myself around when I don't accidentally. But then I was like, well, sometimes you need to do some pretty quick moves with that hammer, so so I ended up turning it up higher. Like, it might be higher than default now, I'm not sure. And I think overall it's better this way. But that doesn't mean I really gotta get used to not making any moves that are too fast all at once. Okay, so for the longest time, this spot in the game was kind of the hardest thing for me. But the last time I played, I was able to finally get up through this area. And I'm gonna try to see if I can manage that again. It's hard for all the reasons this game is hard, but in particular because I still kind of have no idea how I did it. So, I think I usually have tried to set myself up on here and then do a push off like that. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I've got it started. Oh, I lost it. The trick is to get onto the lamp, obviously, and then you can kind of push yourself up. No, boy, don't want to do that though. That's always where you get fucked. Is by just, you know, is by just slipping a little bit. Just a little slip. A little slip, and all of a sudden you're back at the beginning of the game. Let's see. Okay. I always feel like there must be better ways to do everything I'm trying to do when I play this. Like, oh, like, clearly this isn't the best way to do this, right? And then I try some, God, what am I doing? I try some other tactic, and it ends up ruining it. Oh, this game needs some microtransactions. Like, why do I gotta be a white dude? Let's get some people of color in this cauldron. Or a lady, maybe. Should be able to get, like, different outfits for the man in the pot. Maybe some hats. Hats are always good. Maybe a different colored pot. Put some decals on the pot. I think these are some genius ideas. So what's up? What's up, Bennett? Why have you not? Oh God. I'm so close to finally getting out of here again for the first time in a very long time. No. There we go. There we go. Now comes the very difficult part of not chucking yourself all the way back down the wrong side. Come on, buddy. You can do it. I believe in you. There we go. That's gonna be good. Good spot. Now I'm just gonna pogo off this. There we go. Ah, yes. Okay. Oh, it feels so good to get up here. It feels almost as good to get back to this spot as it feels bad, or as it's going to feel bad when I inevitably chuck myself all the way back to the bottom. Now, there's still... I'm close to the farthest I've been, but I'm not quite there yet. I've been up this. This is fairly easy to climb. It's also fairly easy to fuck up, just like everything. This is... It's not terribly hard to get up this just by doing these kinds of moves. But if you don't catch the next lip, you end up just chucking yourself off. Oh boy. I swear I did not have this much trouble getting up this thing before. Here we go. Here we go. No, not like that.
Something filled up my heart with nothing.
Oh, there we go.
Someone told me not to cry.
Here's some more.
Now that I'm older,
audio.
my heart's colder. I can see that it's a lie. The Arcade Fire.
Was it a decent audio balance with? Now that we've had some. Oh God. Oh no. Oh God, no. Oh, and there we go. Okay, well now we get some music. Oh, the in-game music is a touch loud? Okay. I have it all the way down at, okay, so the music is a little too loud. Alright. Because I have my desktop sound at -9 right now, which I thought would be fine, but I'll lower it to like minus. Try that.
Feed me your cornbread and peas. They feed me your cornbread and peas, Lord, Lord. It ain't gonna be treated this way. I'm going where the climate suits my clothes. I'm going where the climate suits my clothes.
Is it better now, Tina? But yeah, but the in-game music is fine for me in real life. So I figured I would lower it on OBS if it's too loud for viewers. Does that make sense? I don't know. I never know what I'm doing or why I'm doing anything that I'm doing. Alright, I'm gonna make like one more attempt at this, and then I'm done.
I stand amid the roar of a surf-tormented shore, and I hold within my hand grains of the golden sand. How few, yet how they creep through my fingers to the deep, while I weep. Oh God, can I not grasp them with a tighter clasp? Can I not save one from the pitiless wave? Is all that we see or seem but a dream within a dream? Edgar Allan Poe.
What is that emote you did? I know it's one of the Blue Jay ones, but what's it supposed to be for? Is that like laughing? Oh, hug? Oh, okay. Thanks. Now I'm gonna give it one more shot. Getting up here again. Some of these spots I feel like I really should have figured out by now. I've done them so many times. Yeah, no, I don't think I have the fine controls necessary. Yeah, I've noticed some of her emotes have like a stitch in them for some reason. And I don't totally get it. I don't know if that was like maybe there's like a running like a running joke or an inside joke from back when they were first introduced. I don't know. I've never asked, but I've noticed it and thought it was kind of weird. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I was like, why is Stitch in here? But I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I think I'm going to quit this game now, and I'm going to actually play the game that my stream says is what I'm playing. I've been thinking about trying to play some more Endless Legend for a while, so this is kind of my excuse to give this a go. So again, let me know if I need to tweak the volume controls on the game for this, because this will probably have more constant like in-game sound that I'll need to have balanced.
I am many things.
Oh, there's a video intro
very many
here.
Things. Warm and green. Cold and gray. Devastated and dying. Now I am alive again. But I fear my new children imitate the old ones. Some claim the mountains or the forests, or build fortresses on the plains. They begin to mistrust and prepare for war. Still, I love them as only a mother can, and now I fear for them. I feel the winds of change begin to blow, and this time it may be an all-out storm. I pray that my children will weather this tempest. For nothing is immortal, and one day, they may have to survive without me.
Oh, that was cool. I didn't know there was going to be a little intro cinematic because of one of the newer DLCs I have. Yeah, I think the sound for that video is probably louder than what the regular background sound is going to be. But yeah, let me know if the balance is if I should lower the game balance. And also, Tina, do you know what Endless Legend is? I was trying to decide if I should talk a little bit about what the game is as I get started. Endless Legend is a 4X game, like Civilization. It's in the Civilization kind of genre of games. It's kind of it shares a universe with Endless Space and Endless Space 2 and Dungeon of the Endless, which are all by the same company and are all good games. I really need to spend more time with Endless Space 2 at some point. Endless Legend is the one I've played the most, but I haven't really played at all with any of the DLC. And so I've been wanting to explore some of the stuff that's added in the DLC. So it's kind of it's essentially a game a lot like Civilization in some ways, but it does some things that I find really interesting compared to some of the games out there that will take, you know, your Civ 4 or your Civ 5 kind of systems and basically just copy them. It departs from those in some interesting ways and kind of approaches it from a new What the heck? This faction is not recommended with a current launch. Okay. Yeah, and setting-wise, it's kind of a science fantasy setting. The Endless Space games take place, multiple planets, spaceships cruising around and stuff. This is all on one planet, and is kind of a fantasy game, but there's like these weird, like precursor civilization kind of like ancient technology kind of elements to the setting. What the hell is this? Human empire just means it's me. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, so the first thing I need to do is decide who I'm gonna play, and dang, which DLC did the Morgor come from? Because I do not remember these guys at all. Maybe they came from the Tempest one, actually. Can I find out what all? Let me see here. That's under mods? Or maybe not. Maybe this isn't under mods. No, that's like Steam Workshop stuff. Oh, content. Tempest. Adds to Oceanic POIs. Yeah, the Morgor major faction. Okay, yeah, I've never even fired this up since picking up the Tempest DLC, I guess. The last time I started to play, I think, was after I got the Shadows DLC. Or I think I got both the Shadows and the Shifters. But I had at one point decided, like, oh, I'm going to try the espionage stuff. But never got into it at the time. So one thing I really, really dig about this game compared to Civilization, and the games that are very similar to Civilization, is that each of the factions is just super different. Like, there's not as many as there are in, like, Civ 5 or Civ 6, but they have some major, major differences between them. Where's the basic ones? The Vaulters are kind of the most basic one. They're like the one that the game kind of recommends you try the first time, and so I think I've actually probably played the most with them. They're pretty basic. They're pretty standard kind of human-like civilization. And then you've got, as an example, you've got the Necrophages, who can't be at any kind of like diplomatic status with anyone other than like the best they can be at is like a truce level or something, I think, because they're considered like monsters by everyone else, and they like eat their enemies and when they complete battles, and I don't know, I've never tried them, but they're like, they're really intended to be this like military kind of gameplay style. And then you've got the roving clans whose cities are on giant. Their cities are on like giant bugs. Yeah, like their cities can move, and they're intended to be like to like do trade and stuff. And then you've got the Broken Lords are like animate suits of armor, and like they don't use food. They like only use, instead of food, they consume dust, which is money. It's basically money. They basically eat money. Yeah, so like they all have some real significant differences, and you can create it like a custom faction too. But I've always preferred to use the ones that are in here. One I have tried playing with a couple times are the cultists. I think they're called the Cult of the Endless. Like they're only allowed to have one city. That's like the big weird thing of them. They can only have one city, but they can like mind control like minor faction towns to take over them and spread their influence that way, which is kind of interesting. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do what I was going to do the last time I played, and I'm gonna try playing these one's called the Forgotten, which were added with the expansion that added espionage systems, and that's like supposed to be their main thing, is espionage. And I kind of want to check out what the espionage system is like. So they seem like the ones to do it with. So we can look at all of their different things here. So their big downside is they can't gather science at all. Like in Civilization, like there's different like basic resources on the map. You have like science and food, and like industry or production. I don't remember the full the official term for it offhand. And dust. I think that's it. And so they just can't research things. They can't research things. They can't get science. But they can buy technology upgrades with dust. So like that probably like stinks in some ways, but I think to a certain extent this could actually be good, because it means like that's like, since we can't get science anyway, we can just focus all of our buildings and technologies on like dust advances, and hopefully it won't destroy us. It's kind of a tough thing though, because like normally my preferred way of playing these kinds of games is to really go for the research and science kind of route. I love getting getting that research and unlocking new things with that. So then they have this ability. It looks like the spies can like steal technology from people. Based on the effects text there, it looks like normally people with their spies can like only like damage the opponent's research, but they can like steal technologies. Okay, and then these are some sciences that they can get. I don't necessarily start with them though, I don't believe. They're just like some empire specific technologies that we can get. And then everybody has different units, so everybody has settlers, obviously, I think, except the cultists. I think they might technically have settlers, because they would have to start with one before they set up their one place. So everybody has settlers, and then there's basically like then there's like 3 different kinds of units that everybody has, and like that's it. So like the unit variety, like on the surface in this game, is very limited, but that's not really the case, because you can customize the units to a huge degree, and I'll kind of show some of that later. So, usually they've kind of got like a melee type and like a range type, and then like some kind of like support type or special, or type that does something more unusual. So we've got that. Oh, here's some more. Oh, I think these are... Yeah, they start with these two technologies, Pillage and Search Party. And everybody has a quest line. That's one thing that I enjoy a lot about this game too, is that there's like a storyline for each main faction. So it's not just, doing the Civ stuff and taking over the world. You work through this quest line, or you can ignore it if you want. But one of the ways you can win if you want is by just getting all the way through your quest. What else do they have? Expert Forager gains loot when destroying a neutral village. And Practiced Pillage. -1 enemy upkeep. +2 fortification damage per turn on units. Okay. Alright, so anyway, I'm going to try playing these guys. And I'll let the AI factions be random. I'm going to have all the expansions turned on. Let's see. I suck at these games, so I'm probably just going to play on easy. Yeah, I'm just going to play on easy for now. Endless seems excessive for the length, though. I think I'll set the length at normal. We won't use custom factions. Oh boy, I don't think I want to mess with any of this business. Yeah, but you can see here there's a ton of different ways you can win the game. Technically, the different factions are better, tend to be better at winning in different ways. Oh boy, okay, world map. This must be remembering the way I was going to play the game the last time. Because you can see here that the world map size is set to 8 players, or to be big enough for 8 players, but with only 4 or 6 empires in the game, because I probably did that because I tend to like to have a little more time, or a little more space to work with before we start clashing. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna lower that back down to normal. I never know what to do for like the world shape. But let's do few continents. Yeah, regular shape, temperate. Yeah, world difficulty easy. If I'm gonna have the game on easy, I might as well have the world difficulty on easy. No generation presets. Okay, yeah, I'll just do default there. Alright, I think I'm good to go with the settings here. Let's... Oh, do I want to be blue? I'll be purple. I like purple. Let's fire this up. It'll take a little while to generate the world. And while it's doing that, I'll maybe talk a little bit about some of the things that that I think make this game distinct from stuff like Civ. I mentioned the quest lines, which I think are cool. Oh, okay. It might be almost done generating, actually. Another big thing, a big difference, is the way technology and research works. Oh,
We were banished by our kin.
got an intro here for the faction.
In fear and shame, they turned their backs on us, closing the door. We survived on a world gone mad by embracing the madness. Thus, shadow and silence became our allies, and they made us strong. Now the time for payment of ancient debts has come. The price will be high, and we will be paid in full.
All right, so that's a little intro into the Forgotten faction and what they're all about. Oops, sorry. Didn't mean to minimize the game. I was checking something on my other monitor. Okay, and so instantly, this is one of the things that happens pretty frequently when you start up one of these games, is you'll like instantly meet the Draken, because one of their special abilities, they're like super good at diplomacy, and so one of their special abilities is they like immediately know where everyone is on the map, and so they instantly have like a, you know, like an Empire contact thing if there's Draken in the game. So it's like we might not be starting anywhere near them, but they know about us, and they're like saying like, hey. So I'm just gonna be like, yeah, cool, whatever. Oh, I'm getting some pop-ups on the new content. Let's see, Tempest. So the name of the planet we're playing on is called Auriga. And yeah, and in the original game before, oops, didn't mean to actually close that. I think I can pull it back up if I need to. In the original game, yeah, here we go. There wasn't really a lot of like sea-based stuff. Like you could move your units across water, like they just would, but there wasn't really, you know, the ocean was just there to, you know, be a thing you had to cross. If you had the right tech, you could do it, and that was pretty much all there was to it. Okay, so yeah, there's Fomorian's ships, which I don't know what those are, an advanced system of naval warfare with a weather layer, and the Morgar major faction. Okay. So one of the things I was going to show right away is the science in this game. Because I think everybody who's ever played a Civ or a game like it is familiar with the Civ tech tree. Well, this is the tech tree in Endless Legend. As you can see, it's not really a tree. Instead, you have all the technologies are split up into these different eras, 1 through 6. So at the beginning of the game, you can only acquire technologies from the first era, and they don't have prerequisites in the way that things do in Civilization. If I want to work on a technology, I can work on any technology from the first era. They're just split up into different categories here. So I have military at the top, science and industry over here, empire and expansion at the bottom, and economy and population over here. And I gotta admit, I don't remember what these things do. Oh, they're legendary deeds. Okay. Okay. I guess they're like special goals that if you achieve them, you get like a reward. So anyway, I don't know that I can really show how it works though with this race, since they don't research like normal. Oh, I guess they just have, oh yeah, they have a cost in dust at the top. So everything costs 27. But the second thing I get will cost more. And it won't matter what it is, it'll just cost more. And we'll get access to Era 2 once I've learned 9 technologies from Era 1. And I'll still be able to buy, once that happens, I'll still be able to buy Era 1 technologies. But it's gonna, whatever you buy, it always costs the same. So once I have access to Era 2 and Era 1, like, there might be an Era 1 thing I really want to get, maybe, but it's gonna cost the same as an Era 2 one would cost. So it's like, is it still worth it if you're paying that much when you could get a better one? It's interesting. I don't have a problem with the way Civ games do their tech trees at all. I think those games work fine and they were great. But I enjoy that the developers of this game were like, we're just going to do it in a totally different way. I think that's cool. It makes things different, you know. Because in Civ, you tend to have to be like, oh, well, if I'm going to get this, then I got to get all these things. And you might not care about those earlier things, but you got to get them to build up to this other thing. In Endless Legend, you get what you want to get. Anyway. So I don't know what I'm doing. I've got, let's see, what do I have here? We start with a settler and 2 assassins and a hero. That's the other thing. I mentioned quests. There's also heroes in the game. Heroes can be assigned to armies. And I mean, they can be out on their own too, as well, doing stuff on their own. They can also go with an army. They can also be assigned to a city, where they'll be like a governor of the city. And as your heroes level up, you can get like new abilities for them and stuff. So we can see that third builder Gulayawa. She doesn't have any special abilities at the beginning, but as she levels up, we'll start being able to like take selections out of this skill tree here. And she does start with some special abilities because of her like class or whatever. So she has stealth, which I imagine is a common thing for units of this faction. And then she has some other special abilities. Spying 4 can infiltrate visible cities of other empires. Yeah, so I'll probably use her. Oh boy, even my settler has stealth. Okay, so I'm guessing probably like, wouldn't be surprised if like literally every with like literally every unit of this. Can I not get a better look at these somehow? It's been so long since I played this game. I'm gonna be spending a lot of time just being like, how do I do a thing? Like why? Whatever. Okay, we need to find a place to build our first city. So let me see the hexes. That's always helpful. And then, oh yeah, Fidzi. Fidzi is the acronym for the basic resources. So there's food, industry, dust, science, and I don't know what the last I is. It used to just be Fids. Is that a new? That might be a new thing. The other I might be something new. I'm not sure. So it's not showing any science because I can't produce science. So I probably want to build my first city somewhere. This place has 6 food. That's good. Escaped specimens, ruby cactus fields. If I recall correctly, though, I think yeah, I think you lose the output of the tile that you're like actually sitting on. So I'll probably want to be somewhere like I might want to be somewhere like this and plan on expanding over to this one. Yeah, I think that might be my plan. I need that high dust value from the places next door. Yeah, because that would give me... It's giving me 15 food, so it's like 2, 4, 8, 10, 13. No, it is... it is counting the food that I'm sitting on top of. I guess the reason this is so little is because there's a barrier, or at least I don't know what is to the west. I thought you lost something if you just squatted your butt right on top of the thing. Anywho, I should move these guys, and I'm gonna move them down here. Okay. So here's another thing that happens, is there's minor factions. These are kind of like the barbarian towns, I guess. Or, no, they're not really like the barbarian towns. They're like, what were they called? They might have been called minor factions. Or, no, city-states in Civ 5. Civ 5 added, I think they were called city-states, where there would be like a nation, essentially, but it would only be just one city. And that's essentially what the minor factions are. And you can get them to join you in various ways, by taking them over, or by like doing a quest for them, and if you do, then they'll provide some special unit for you, and also do some other stuff. So the eyeless ones are right here. Am I out of movement for the round? No, I think I have one more movement. Let me go here. And let me see what it would be like if I built here now. 17. Where was that? I was thinking of going there. Um, 17 food, 12 dust. Only 8 dust there. Get 10 dust there, 6 dust. I think I'm gonna build where I was thinking of building before. Seems pretty good all around. I guess this would be probably the best place dust-wise, right here. 17, 8, 14. Yeah, this is probably the best place dust-wise. Alright, so I'm gonna have to build there next turn. That seems to be the best spot overall. So the other thing that's different about this game, I don't know that I can really show it yet until I've explored more, but the map is divided up into, what are they called? Regions? I think they're called regions. So you can see that the region I'm in now is called Morinlac. And you can only build one city in your region. So it makes it, makes it a decision. How do I get a better view of these guys? Oh, I could probably go into, like... one of these is going to be a flippin' unit screen. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. So this gives us a better look at what these guys do. Acrobats can pass through opponent units. Stealth. Dual wield. Okay. Anyway, I didn't care too much. I just wanted to figure out how to do it. Alright. Gonna end that turn. Oh! Oh no, I don't think I don't research. I'm just like... when I'm ready to get a technology, I just dump the dust into it, I guess. Because I was gonna say, it should have, like, said to me, like, hey, go assign your research, but we don't have that. Okay, so now we have a city. Which is good. Okay, I gotta hide some of this stuff. It's too much information that's being thrown at me right now. And so now, in typical Civ fashion, we can start building stuff here. And it'll tell us how much industrial points it'll cost and how much. Oh, the last I think is influence. Yeah, influence. Okay, that's what the final I in FIDSI is. Influence. Influence is like, God, I don't even know. Influence is woof. There's a lot of stuff going on in this game. I'm starting to feel like maybe this wasn't the game I wanted to play today after all. Influence is... here we go. The Empire Management screen. So every so often, every certain number of turns, you get to assign an Empire plant. It's kind of like, what's the corresponding thing in Civilization? it's like deciding kind of like what kind of government you're gonna be, or there was kind of a corresponding thing in Civ 5, but I forget what it was called there. But anyway, you build up these influence points, and you can spend them to move you in certain directions. Oh, here we go. Simulate. And so this kind of circle is basically split up in the same way as the technologies are. So if you want to focus on military, you put points into moving up this way. And basically you unlock things that'll help you in that way. But the thing is, you also need these influence points to do other stuff. Like, you need them to, like, basically to interact with other civilizations. Like, if you want to make a trade route or declare war, even, or whatever, like, you have to spend these influence points. Or like for me to assimilate a minor faction, I'll need influence points. So at the moment, I don't have a lot of options. Why am I not allowed to build borough streets? Like, I know it would take forever, but why am I not allowed to? Oh, availability to population. Okay, so I don't have enough population yet. And then these other things, I'm lacking something for them. So really the only thing I can work on at the moment is the Founders Memorial, so I might as well. So we'll start working on the Founders Memorial, and that'll take a few turns. And then, yeah, I still have this... Oh, wait, no. Now I have militia that are in the city. But I also still have my army, which is with the hero and the two assassins. They're just kind of hanging out. So they can go, like, do stuff. And they might as well. They're gonna go... oh wait, they might be out of movement though for the round. No, they should have one movement. Yeah, here we go. They'll go talk to the eyeless ones next turn. Wait, what is that? Oh, okay. And I might I might split them up to have them explore more, but I'm not sure. At the moment, I'll keep them all together. Because we might have to get into a fight. And then we'll see. Yeah, so like, again, to compare to Civilization, Civilization, your cities will have, like, this, like, sphere of influence, right? But, like, in this game, since I was the first one to build a city in Morinlac, I control Morinlac. Like, and you can see that only this spot here in the middle surrounding the city is actually being, like, taken advantage of by the city, but the whole region is considered my territory. So if another real faction were to move into this region, like, some stuff would have to go down. Anyway. Okay, what happened here? New quest added, 1. Okay, so is this part of the main quest? Yeah, it looks like it. Looks like this is part of the Forgotten Faction main quest. So, aftermath of an ambush. My dreams are still haunted by the night we lost my friend, Myrock, the previous leader of the warfare's divinity, Master Shadow Zaima Adya. They came upon us not 3 days out from the Targadian mountains, shadowy figures in the night. At first we thought them simple bandits, preying on hapless travelers, desperate rogues who'd made a fatal mistake in selecting their victims. We imagined we would kill them easily enough, but we were wrong. Had Arla not been left behind sick with fever, we may have mastered them, but in our arrogance we underestimated them. Ziema battled formidably, saving many of our lives, but that only aided our attackers' true intentions. They wanted not to rob us or kill us, but to steal away Ziema herself, and they succeeded. And it wasn't only her they took. Some of my most experienced warriors also vanished that night. In the aftermath, surrounded in the Oregon wilds, bloodied and exposed, there was little we could do except carry on with our original plan, without Ziema or the others. Every day the same questions burned in my mind. Who kidnapped Ziema? Did one of our party betray our intentions to the spineless trinity who rule the Forgotten in Dagari Tanga, the fearful High Consecrate, and the feeble masters of the divinities? Those rulers who have forgotten our motto, we are the power in the shadows? Or was she taken by some other enemy who escapes my attention? The questions burn. The one that burns the most, though, is this: where is she now? Before we settled Morinlak, all I could do was seethe and agitate. Now, though, I can begin to get answers. Now I will do everything in my power to find Ziema, and have my vengeance on those who stole her away. So, my objective is to find this Dorgeshi village in the region of Nadortara, and I have to pacify it. And if I succeed, I will be rewarded with 15 titanium. So that gives me like an objective to pursue. And I can I thought I could like track. Yeah. Oh, I was probably already tracking it. Yeah. But like I don't even know where this region is yet. I don't even know what region she's in, so it's gonna be stuff to figure out first. And meanwhile, there's a couple Eyeless One villages nearby to deal with. So I'm gonna send my army up here. And I am hopefully going to like talk to the village. I forget how to do that. I mean, this says they're hostile, but I don't think the minor villages usually started out hostile. Whatever. I'm gonna try to just move them in here. Oh no, yeah. Yeah, they're starting hostile for some reason. I don't know why. Well, forget it. Let's have a battle. I don't know how deep I'm gonna get into this game. I especially don't know how deep I'm gonna get into this game tonight, because I'm planning on going to bed fairly early. But as long as I play a little bit of it now, I figure let's show off some of the cool stuff. So, the battles, there's like a tactical battle system in this. You can skip it, but it's not usually a great idea to skip it. So when you're about to start a battle, it takes you to this screen, and you can see who's in your main army and what's in their main army, and whether there's a hero. And you can see that since we're in Morinlak, where I have a city, my city has a militia, so the city can send their militia as reinforcements. I could decide not to allow that, but that's fine. And then this shows the general, like, chance of success. So, like, I'm gonna stomp them. And then you could decide not to go through the battle yourself, but like, no, I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna say ready to fight, and it takes the map of the game and kind of strips out some of the extra graphics and kind of turns it into a board, more or less, like a board, like a little mini, like, board game, tactical board game fight. And so what we have to do first is we have to deploy our guys, and we can't decide, like, we can't put them, like, exactly where we want. We just can I guess. I honestly actually don't. Oh yeah. Oh no, we can actually. Okay. We could get specific. So I actually... this is probably fine. I think this is fine. I'm just gonna say ready. So, then what happens is you get to assign orders, and I think because I had offensive selected instead of defensive in that starting screen, it gives everybody, like, default orders, right? So everybody by default is, like, basically heading towards the nearest enemy, and they're gonna attack the nearest enemy. And if you don't want them to do that, you can be like, no, you're gonna... Do these militia even have ranged attacks? How do I know? Honestly, not sure. Feel like none of these people are ranged. But militia people, I actually just want you guys as defense, just in case. As defense and backup. It's like you just go over there. And you, like... Yeah, these people are probably all... Okay, let's just go ham on those guys. And you just go up into the city. And wasn't there supposed to be a third militia? I don't know. That's fine. Just launch our attack now. And so everybody's gonna, like, try to do what they were told to do. Oops. Why am I... Oh god, I accidentally moved my cursor onto the other monitor. Okay, so they were attacked. So these guys have ranged attacks. So they're hitting us a bit. And it's, oh god, it happened again. Jeez. Oh, there's my other guys. Now you guys just fucking hold tight. You guys go like up there. Oh no. Okay. Well. Yeah. Okay. The other thing that's important to note, right, is like, the battle won't go forever. Where? I guess that disappeared. I can't pull it back up. The battle's gonna go at most 6 turns, and then it's gonna stop. So if I haven't beaten these guys by then, it'll just end. You know, it'll end in whatever situation it's currently in. But I'm guessing I'll be able to beat them by then. I actually want to move these guys here, I think. Have those guys attack there. No, I don't trust you not to be like, I'm gonna go the wrong place. See, I fucking knew it. I don't recall having such difficulty getting people to go where I wanted them to in the past when I played this game. Maybe I just need to refresh my memory about how this works. Alright, this is the last phase, so we may not actually... Oh, no, I think we'll probably finish them off. And our guys have taken a bit of a beating, but none of our units were actually, like, lost. So that's good. So, that ends. We successfully pacified the Eyeless One minor village or minor faction. So we got some dust out of the deal, which is cool. We can assimilate them, but wait, no, what? Hold on. Oh no. Yeah, see, here's the thing. Like, if I wanted to assimilate them, I would need 30 influence. I don't have influence yet. I still have 0 influence. And they have now been destroyed. So, like, they're not a problem, but they're also not, like, doing anything for me. So one of the things I can do, if I want, is rebuild it. Maybe. How do I rebuild it? Something I do from here? How do I do that? Yeah, I think so. I can, I now have this option on my city screen. Because they're within the region, so basically anything you do to develop the region you control from the city, because there can only be one city per region. So if I want to rebuild that, I just queue that up, and that's what we'll go to work on after the Founders Memorial. Let's see. Is there anything else? Are they out of moves? What can they still do this round? They should probably go back home and rest, I guess. I think they'll recover their health faster. I assume. Back here. They really aren't. Oh, I guess they would be. I just don't have the influence, right? Okay. It's the quest. Yeah, I know about the quest. Let's see. How long have I been streaming? Why do I not see... Oh, there it is. Okay. I was gonna say there's gotta be a timer for how long I've been streaming. On Slobs. I need to step away from the computer to... for other reasons anyway. I think I might just end my stream here. I know I basically haven't done anything in this game yet. But like I said, I was planning on I'm planning on going to bed early tonight, so I know that still is probably an hour away. I think I might as well stop this for now. But yeah, I don't know how much I'm gonna get into this on stream, but this is a really cool game, I think. So maybe I'll get into it a lot. Maybe I won't. We'll see. If you like Civilization games and you don't know about the various Endless games, you should check it out. I might, at some point, I might show off. I might play a little Dungeon of the Endless on stream too. It's totally different from any of this developer's other games. Like their other games are all like they're like this, either this or Civ in space, but this. But Dungeon of the Endless is like it's kind of like a roguelike turn-based, but also kind of real-time tower defense game. It's interesting, and it has like a pixel art aesthetic, which is totally different from their other games. But it's a really good and interesting game too. Like all of their games have like these interesting takes on the genres that they more or less fit into, which I think is cool. I always like seeing developers doing things in new and interesting ways. Anyway, I'm gonna call this quits for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.